we're in Seattle. We're here because the Colorado Avalanche are playing the Seattle Kraken. And this is probably the part of the job that I get asked the most about. What do you do when you go to the cities? What is it like being on the beat? What is it like covering a team that plays, that's in the NHL, professional sports? This is kind of the stuff that we never show you. So, myself and Jay, who's running the camera here, we're on our way down to Pike Place Market. It's kind of the go-to spot, right? Or, for tourists at least. We're gonna get some lunch. We're gonna enjoy some of the sights, some of the sounds, and so we're gonna bring you along with us because this is what we do. It's funny. My dad traveled for work a lot, and I used to always be like, "Oh, that's so cool! You get to go see all these different cities, do all this fun stuff." Now that that's what I do a lot, it is. It's amazing to be able to see some of these cities. We get to go to some really cool cities. But I will say, especially on trips like this where we get in late last night, we're leaving early tomorrow morning, you don't always have a ton of time to get to explore the cities in maybe the way that you wanted. So definitely always try to take advantage. I was telling Jay earlier, I always try to make sure that I carve out at least like a 2 to 3 hour chunk that I get to go see the city and do some of the stuff that you're supposed to do there. Obviously, everyone says you got to at least do Pike Place Market. I've gone there before, but it's a cool spot that if you've never been to Seattle, you have to do it. We're staying right by the Space Needle, so we're not going to do that, but it is just cool for the views and being able to see it. On a day like today where we don't have a ton of time, I like to, go down and see kind of the touristy stuff. We're going to go have some lunch right on the water, and so yeah, on a short day, get in some of the touristy stuff. Why not?
Got some baked ziti and mac and cheese, always the go-to. And then I got aged 15 months, aged 4 years. Got to try them both. Wife's gonna like it. Big cheese gal. Yeah, some of the events we get to do, some of the things we get to see, people we get to meet. That's maybe the best part, but the food is always great. Food's always a nice perk. How about that? It's the best perk of the job.
They call this a sample size. You could get 2 sample sizes and be full almost.
So we got some cheese, we got some lunch, we saw some sights, tried some salmon. So that's kind of what we do typically on a day. Usually a game day, we got a little bit of time in a new city. Go see what there is to see. So we got to head back now. Avs Kraken in just a few hours, so we got to get back to the hotel, get all the batteries and everything charged, recharge ourselves a bit, right, before the game, before we go to our work. And then by the time you're watching this, you'll know how this game went. So look, we talk about it all the time. We don't root for teams here when we, doing this job. We root for stories. And right now tonight, I'm rooting for a happy locker room after the game because going in there after the 7-0 loss in Vegas and the 8-2 loss at home, it's not quite as fun. So we'll see how the Avs do. They got to bounce back here, but we'll go back to the hotel and we'll go find out how they do. So looking forward to it. Fun day here in Seattle.